Hey guys, it's Chris here back from C&H Small, and sorry I haven't posted any videos recently. I've been dealing with a health problem for the past 3 months, and it's been basically driving me crazy in the past 3 months over here. And I just want to apologize for not, making any kind of, new updates and stuff like that. And I want to make some, new videos this week here when I was actually feeling slightly better over here for that. So I thought I'd do with a first video would be a snowblower here we got this past week. We got a guy's Sears Craftsman Snowblower. The machine, he told me, was sitting for about 2 or 3 years. He went to do an oil change on the machine, I think a couple of years ago, and he said he was checking the machine this past year, and he wanted to take it out of his garage and use it. But the problem was, he claims all the oil ran out of the machine after he did the oil change. So he wanted us to take a look at here this year, because he hasn't used it at all this year or after the problem originally developed. So this is a Sears Craftsman dual stage machine, 24-inch cut path on here for the actual auger assembly. It's a 2-stage machine, so you got your first set of augers in the front, plus you also have your big impeller in the back here as well too. This machine is still in great shape. Anything else, the guy really didn't abuse or anything else like that, so it's still in overall great shape. Got electric start, because the guy claims he really likes the electric start on it. That's why he bought the thing up at Sears a few years ago, because he's like, I think he's like 89, 90 years old, and he simply could not pull the machine over for that. So having the optional provisions for the electric start are definitely a positive for like somebody who cannot, pull over the machine, or they don't have somebody in their family who can actually do it for them. So we checked it out over here, and what we found over here was, because the Chinese engine on these machines, the overall quality of the steel is quite bad, and I think the guy might have over torqued the actual drain plug on this thing, because we find like a small crack. I can't really show it to you, but it is definitely there. Anytime you torque up these things, I recommend putting some kind of like pipe thread on the actual drain plug down here. He got a small crack underneath here. It's on the bottom side. I can't really show it to you, but I'm just trying to explain it, because the camera angle is not going to allow me to show you correctly. But he has a small crack right on the bottom down here, where it actually mates with the end of the pipe and the thread area right here for that. He has a small crack right down here, and we took the thing off. We torqued it back up, and that's when we noticed a crack on her for that. So always be mindful when you're torquing these things up. I recommend putting some like white white pipe tape, Teflon tape on these machines to keep it nice and tight on there. We do have a new tube assembly ordered in from the factory, so we'll be installing a new tube assembly on this guy's machine here. This one has the cheap Chinese engine here. It has the overhead valve 179cc logo on here. It does not have any major brand on here for that, so everything else looks okay on the job, on the machine's quality. Anything else, I don't see any kind of major problem with the drive unit. The machine starts up on about 1 or 2 pulls. I'll give you another shot of the engine over here as well too. This is one of the good old Chinese engines on here, Chinese clones from Honda, or I should say they're cloning it off of a Honda engine, I should say more precisely. So this is what the Chinese version is right here for that overhead valve. It's about 5.5, 6 horsepower basically. So the only real difference between this one and the older generation ones is this one had the Chinese clone engine, because they started putting them on the machines after Tecumseh went belly up, and they didn't want to put a Briggs engine on because of cost and stuff like that. So overall, the machine's still in great shape. The actual tires look quite good on her. See all the good old tread on it. It looks great, absolutely great on her for that. And the guy kept it in his garage the entire time, so he never left it outside. So all the paint is still in great shape on here for that. So we'll go ahead and fire it up here for you. You can see it running. Should only take maybe 1 pull to get this thing started out here, but it's been running for about 10 or 15 minutes ago. So we'll see what starts up on 1 pull out here. Okay, nope, let me put it on choke. There we go. Yeah, running great. We put on low speed. There's low speed. Just has that teeny bit of surging in here, but it's running good. No problem with that. Try the primer. Primer's good to go for that. Everything else looks okay on here. We'll try the drive system on here. Get the drive over here. Get drive control, and you have 6 forward gears on the, right? I should say 6, fake forward gears on the machine. So we'll try that right now. Put it in here, first gear, ready to go. And it drives perfectly fine. So we'll check the augers out on here, make sure they're spinning on here. Thing out of the way. Get your auger control over here on the left side. Take a look down inside there. Augers are spinning good. So everything else looks okay on here. It's functioning perfectly fine. No problems. No serious or minor problem with this machine in general. We'll go ahead and shut it off here. So that's the good old Sears Craftsman newer generation dual stage machine, 24-inch cutting path with the electric start and the Chinese engine on here. And like I said before, we do have a new drain tube on order right now, so we'll do a follow-up video detailing taking it out of there and putting a new one in, and hopefully I can show you the actual damage to the tube on here for that. But like I said before, the tube has a small crack right in the bottom down here that the guy probably over torqued or something. I honestly don't know, because the guy was acting like he was senile, so I'm basically just telling you what I'm getting from the customer, because sometimes we do have older customers over here, and they have a hard time, telling you exactly what happened. I say this past March, we had a guy, he was like 95 years old, and his father even told me that he was getting senile. He had some kind of form of dementia out there, and sometimes it's very difficult to try to talk to or communicate with somebody like that. So you gotta try to be as totally honest and patient with them as you possibly can. So we'll make a follow-up video detailing this machine at a later date, hopefully in probably about a week's time, so you can have some kind of basic information to go on after we take the drain plug out and put the new one in here. And we'll also put white tape on it, the actual white thread tape on it as well too, to keep it from backing out or stuff like that on the actual drain tube right there for that. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you liked the video. Sorry I did not make any new videos recently. Like I said before, I apologize, because I have not been feeling good for the past 3 months, and I just want to let you know that, because I do have health problems and I can't do anything about that, guys. So I just want to apologize and give you some kind of basic explanation why I was not posting any new videos, guys. So I hope you understand. So have a nice day. I'll see you.